Hey there folks, Reza-Kaze here, and I'm glad to be back playing Battlefield. And as if you don't notice already, this is close quarters and not armored kill. I got a reason for this. Now just bear with me for a little bit here. It is Battlefield Day, and I will undoubtedly show you Battlefield gameplay. Now, I have one, and I think I already showed it to you, one actual other armored kill, actual full game clip, if I remember exactly, and it wasn't all that impressive. There wasn't really much going to it and whatnot. It was a long game, not that great of a score, so I wasn't going to upload it. I would have to clip it down, and with the way things been going right now, I just didn't have time to sort of clip that piece down for you guys. So I had to go into. Luckily, I didn't wipe my games yet. I'm going to be doing that very soon, though, because otherwise I wouldn't have any Battlefield games to show you guys. And the reason is this. I am really trying to get all armored kill gameplay for you. I even rented up another server. I sprung for 3 months. I probably shouldn't have. I sprung for the 3-month server. Money issues. I probably shouldn't have done it, but I really wanted. It's fun having your own server. You know, set your own legal rules. Guaranteed a spot in a game. That's good. I set it up. I got it going. Switched over to the armor kill settings. Switched over to my maps, max players, all that stuff, and immediately people were getting in. I had the title set up and everything for armored kill games, and it was still on the default settings. So even so, it was still at BF3 maps. So I ended up, people were coming in for those maps, and when I ended up joining in, it was actually only 4 people ended up staying. It was all on my team. Eventually people got in and it started to roll in and whatnot, and discovered some things in those couple days of playing that I had to adjust my server for. I wanted to get set up to where I would have basically all the not all the game modes, but a good amount of game modes. I had team deathmatch, tank superiority, conquest, and rush. Tank superiority is fun. I figured the more I play it, the more I'll get used to it, and the more I'll actually decide to like it. So I threw, 1-2 games in there. Team deathmatch I usually have as the very first game, so people actually get into the server. I found that if I have conquest as the starting game and people get in and it's lopsided, they're gonna leave immediately. I would too, to be honest with you. If I join into a conquest game and at like 200% tickets, it's like 350 to like 125, and you're getting on the 125 team. How often are you going to stay in for that rest bit of it? There may be an opportunity that you stay in and wait for the next match and whatnot, but most often people don't stay. In my experience that I've seen, they don't stay. Same thing with rush. They join in and they hear the music going already, and they're on the defending side. Well, what makes them going to want to stay? So I actually found that if I have a team deathmatch game to start the server, even if the score is a little lopsided, you know, like 72 to like 22 or something like that, for some reason people come in and stay. Not sure why. I'm not sure if you know, it's just the whole feel of team deathmatch. Like, it's easier to make a comeback in a team deathmatch rather than conquest. People stay, is what the bottom line is, and that's why I have the team deathmatch games. Just usually one game though. Just like I said, just to have that starting game, and then conquest and rush because those are the game modes I actually like to play. And in my server, I'm gonna have the game modes I like to play. I figured a couple things to make me want to alter my server. Tank superiority, I'm only gonna have one game of that type in there. It is fun, but it becomes too, you know, trying to snipe with these tank destroyers. It doesn't work all that well, and that's what people end up doing. Rush. I saw a quick thing on the forums that they're changing this a little bit, but rush is horrible on armored kill. One of the big draws for armored kill, these huge maps, you get the gunship, and gunship is on rush, and it's only for the attacking team. That is absolutely ridiculous. When you are that was funny. So when you are playing rush and you're attacking, I know when you're defending and you get pissed off because you get killed over and over again by the gunship, that's complete bullshit. When you're trying to defend in this big old thing. Now, the difference is if you're on the attacking team and you constantly get in that gunship and you think it's alright. I don't think it's alright. Anyway, one of my rules that I started doing is no vehicle camping. And that was made exactly for the gunship. If you get in the gunship, it's easier to take down than one thinks for a fucking thing that big, because people don't realize that both seats has flares, and the only difference is that the seat that the button for flares is like the L2 button, which I'm assuming is the left bumper for 360, and I don't even know what the fuck it could be for PC, so don't even ask me. But they don't realize they have the flares, and they already got like kills and the assignments completed, but they're not testing buttons out. I get into constant gunships, I fire my flares, I'm yelling at the dude to fire his flares, and he's not firing his flares. You have flares in a gunship, fucking use them, or just don't get in it at all. A little bit of a tangent there. It is one thing to get into the gunship, you know, have it be attacked, you know, maybe get a few kills, and, you know, jump out. All right, that's fine, whatever. And then, you know, you die, you spawn in, you do it again. I forget what that dude was pissing me off for. I wasn't even paying attention. Maybe he was sniping. I think that's what it was. I honestly do not remember. I remember kicking him, and that was about it. Oh yeah, the gunship. You can even, you know, get into the gunship, shoot, get like 6-7 kills. Even if 3 of them are on me, I'm gonna get pissed, but I'm gonna deal with it because the gunship is there, and you can use it. All right, but if we shoot it down, all right, boom, gunship shot down. It's not gonna spawn again for about another minute. Now, all of a sudden, I get killed again, and it's by the same person. Okay, Maybe he was running around, he died, spawned back in, oh look, gunship, boom. Okay, I can even see that. But when he is like 7-0, 8-0, 9-0 on me, maybe even one kill because I happen to take down the gunship with him still in it. And I look at his score and I see those like explosions, and he dies with a gunship, and he's only died twice, which means every time he's died, he waits for the gunship to spawn and jumps in the gunship. No, that's bullshit. If you're still playing, if you're spawning in, you gunfire it, you die, you kill, and then all of a sudden, you know, you die again, and then the gunship pops up. Yeah, go ahead and do that. You can do that all you want. But if all you're doing is waiting for that gunship, you're not waiting for that gunship. I'm gonna fucking, you know, kick or ban you if you just keep doing it. And that's exactly what I did. People were getting pissed. Vehicle camping. Stop. Anyways, getting really off track. The gunship in Rush is incredibly stupid. And I think I saw in the forum on Battlelog somewhere that they were changing the spawn time of the gunship. They were kicking it back 30 seconds. So instead of every minute, it's every minute and a half. Now, I'm not sure how well that's going to work. I may or may not put Rush in, but it will just be Rush 100% tickets. Because Rush 200% is long as hell to begin with. Even 200%, 200 tickets. That is a long amount of gameplay for a game type like Rush. So, needless to say, I took Rush out. One, because it's impossible to defend successfully with over 200%. And on any of the other game modes, 100% is just way too short. It just goes by way too quickly. It's like 9-10 minute games. Who knew 9-10 minute games would be too short, to be honest. And, you know, just overall, that fucking gunship, it's not bad in Conquest. I mean, you could easily take the point. You can't take a point in Rush. You can't do it. You gotta deal with the attackers having it at all times. So, needless to say, I took Rush out of my server settings. Now, here is a problem that I've started to have that I've gonna check right now. I don't know if you heard my system come on or not. Recently, I've had this issue with my server ending up screwing up how many tickets, not tickets, sorry, screwing up how many max players the game could have. I first noticed this when I went to go check my server, and there was no one in it, but there was a max of 16 players. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Why would I set it to 16? So I'm looking at it, and my max players say 24. But when I go into the game, it says 16. Now, I don't know. I didn't check the forums for this. I tweeted Battlefield. This was like, what's today? Thursday? I think Saturday or Sunday. And the dude on the Battlefield Twitter had the audacity to ask me if I was, what system I was on. And I was about to sarcastically reply with the Wii. But then I figured that I probably wouldn't get any sort of response. I didn't get a response anyway, so I probably should have been a sarcastic asshole to him. Because at the time, only PlayStation Premium members had it. So you're fucking asking me what system I'm on when you should very well damn know that it's only out for one system right now. Anyways, I told him about it. He didn't reply back after he asked me. I gave him the server name. I gave him all that. So I changed it. I, cleared out the server. there was no one in the server anyway, but I cleared the maps. I tinkered the ticket percentage. I tinkered what different kind of maps in there, and it said 24. I'm like, okay, I refreshed it a couple times. I joined in with my friend, waiting for people to come in, and I checked the server settings in game, and it jumped it to 16 again. What the fuck? And my thinking was, you know, I had team deathmatches to start. I'm like, okay, maybe somebody fucked with the settings and set team deathmatch to only be max of 16 players. You know, some sort of hotfix, which was incredibly stupid if they did. So I took team deathmatch out, and I switched some stuff around again, just to have conquest and tank superiority. It did the same thing. It dropped it to 16 players max again. But if I go to my server settings in game, not in game, just, you know, the server setup, it said my max players was 24. So I took tank superiority out, and I just had in just conquest. Once again, no one was really coming in. I went to bed. The next morning, unfucking believable, it did it again. My friend sends me a picture that the max players were set to 8 fucking players, when in the settings it was 24. I don't know what is doing it. I don't know what's happening. And now that I look at it this time, it did it again. It set its max players as 16 when it should be 24. And now I'm really getting pissed. I haven't tested things out fully yet, because to be honest, who's going to join a 16 max server? The only people that do that is if it's, you know, the close quarters gameplay. But not a lot of people like the close quarters gameplay. That's why I got a full server of armored kill stuff. It's new maps. People will enjoy it. People will play it. So then now, why would I fucking want to set it at 16? People aren't getting into my server, so I can test it. Once it reaches that 16 people, since technically the server is set at 24, will it still go to 24, or will this thing that says players 2 out of 16, will it only top at 16? Which one is it going to be? I don't know. I've yet to have people come into my server enough, because no one in the people that set it for, you know, lower than 24 are the people that want to do private servers, private games, clan battles, squad battle, certain stuff like that. I don't want that. I want just a regular open game. Can't have that if no one's coming in, and if my server keeps screwing up and dragging the max players down. I guess this is a question to ask if this is happening to you guys. Is it? If your servers are screwing up like that, is it happening? What did you do to fix it if it's completely fixed? I'd like to know. I really want to know, because it's really annoying me, because it says 16 people max, and I go to my server setup, and max players is 24. So that's bullshit. My server is screwing up, and I'm getting pissed, because I paid for it, and I can't have it the way I want. That's complete and utter bullshit. Why even pay for it if it's not going to be set up the way I want? That's not fair. Any event, I hope to get some armor kill for you guys very soon, hopefully. Not exactly sure when. If my server keeps fucking up, I'm gonna have to play in other people's servers, which I don't really like doing. But if it's for gameplay, I'll deal with it. I'll get you guys some gameplay. Don't worry about that. This game's coming to a close. I believe my final score was 49-28. A classic close quarters score for me, actually. My scores are generally like that, with the final kill of the game. Oh yeah. Thank you guys for listening to my little rant about what's going on, and I hope to see you guys in the next game. This is Reza-Kaze, and I thank you for watching. Peace.